First, how did Merck become the country's sole supplier of these measles vaccines, and is that a problem?
Well, is it a problem depends on who you talk to, and I'll get to that in a sec. But Merck became the sole supplier because the vaccine market is highly concentrated. It's incredibly expensive to make vaccines. It takes a lot of time to go through all the testing procedures. So Merck was the first to the table. They developed a vaccine, got approval, they got government contracts, and they essentially monopolized the market. I talked to Patricia Danzin, though, at Wharton yesterday. She said that's not surprising. She doesn't think it's a problem. Merck is able to offer this vaccine at a reasonable price, and that tends to discourage competition because they don't have an incentive, as big of an incentive, to enter the market. So right now, Merck is the only supplier of this vaccine in the U.S., and they make $1.4 billion on the measles vaccine every year. Most of that is made in the U.S., and, you know, it's a drop in the bucket for Merck, but a $1 billion market is not a bad thing to dominate.
Shelby, statistics show more and more parents are expressing concerns about the Merck vaccine, about measles in particular. Could Merck perhaps lose dominance here in the United States?
Well, the anti-vaxxer movement, this trending movement, has been around for a while. It's the expert I talked to yesterday said it's because measles is spreading. That's why these voices are being amplified. So she doesn't necessarily see the voices and the anti-Merck sentiment as a threat. It's been there. What could be threatening to Merck is a pending lawsuit that alleges Merck misled the U.S. government about the effectiveness of particularly in this MMR vaccine, the mumps efficacy. So that could take a few years to figure out. It's basically a thorn in Merck's side. What really poses a threat is GlaxoSmithKline they already have a similar MMR vaccine. It vaccinates for measles. They've already developed it. It's being used in Europe. They've been testing it in the U.S., and they told me yesterday in an email that they plan to apply for a license here in the U.S. I talked to a former CDC official yesterday. He said that will definitely spread out the market share because the CDC wants multiple suppliers, not only for leverage, but because it helps ensure that you have the supply. It's safety, supply safety. So that could definitely take away their market share here in the U.S.
And you've been talking to us the past couple of days. There was that outbreak in Arizona near the site of the Super Bowl.
Yes.
There's one in Amish country in Ohio. There's another one at Disneyland. So something that our public health officials watching closely.
Yes.
Shelby, Holliday.